Well, today we're gonna do a little comparison. We got all these splitting axes and mauls, and we also got a bunch of these elm pieces. So we're gonna find out today which one splits them the easiest and best. I'm gonna pair them up, and it's not gonna be a scientific. It's just gonna be what I feel like, what splits better for me, which axe does better. So I'll pair them up, and after some swings, we're gonna set one aside and we're gonna continue to compare them until we find the one that works the best. These are all about 12 plus inches wide elm. They've been cut about a week ago, so they're pretty tough right now. Well, let's get to it and see how it goes. So let's put these two together right now and see which one does better. This is a Halder Simplex. These are expensive, they're about $230. This is a Wilton Unbreakable Maul. These are about $140. One thing to note, Wilton, very blunt edge, heavy axe. This one's lighter, much sharper. Let's see how they do, which one does better. Try the Wilton first. It's like hitting it with a sledgehammer. That edge is so blunt, it just doesn't bite. Let's try this one. This one's really hard to hold on to because of this design. Bites so much better, so much cleaner. This one gets stuck a lot. Well, I'm gonna move through these pretty quick because we got a lot of them to check. But this one was just bouncing off, not doing anything. This one bites in there, it will split. It'll take a few swings. It does get wedged, but this one takes the edge on this one. Okay, next two. East Wing Splitting Maul, Steel Splitting Maul. That's the profile. Weight, pretty close. About $50, $60 for this one. These are about $100, $120. Let's see which one does better. Much better. You can see it's splitting already. The other two weren't even close to doing that. And I am hitting it in a different spot, so I'm not splitting it where the other X's were hitting. But you can see this one, 5 hits. There she goes. So this is actually a good axe for the money. It's heavy, takes a little bit to swing. It's got really wide spread cheeks on it. This one actually does good. Let's try the steel on a different piece. Similar result. I've used these in past a lot. Steel does outperform it just by a tiny bit. Also, that protector really helps. Very similar result, but because how this one performed over the years, I'm picking steel as a winner in this round. So these are splitting axes. This is a steel splitting axe. This is a Fisker's splitting axe. I think this is a X35. They're about 55, 60 bucks. These are a little bit over 100. Let's try them out. So I'm doing about 7 hits on them, roughly. This one's starting to split it. Probably still take another 5 to fully split it. But this one actually is doing pretty darn good. That one. 4, 5. This one has more power behind it. I wish the handle was just a tiny bit longer. Steel on this one. So these are Helko Werks, or Works, however you say that. Germany. I've had these a long time. I am not sure if they're still making them. This is their longer version. This is their shorter one. I'm pretty sure they're making this one under a different line now. And they're actually cheaper now than what they used to be. I think around $150. This one's a little more money. Shorter handle, longer profile. This one's got more of a blunt edge. This one's got more of a sharper edge. Well, let's give them a shot, see how they do on the elm. So it's got a tiny little crack going right there. But it'll take a little while to split it with this one. The profile is just not wide enough to split. So, same amount of hits. Because of the profile, this one just split that wood. For elm today, this one from Helko Works will do better. So I picked these 5 out of the 10 that did better. What I'm gonna do now is use them on the halves, and basically we'll start eliminating, see which one does best. I'm gonna try to split halves with 1 to 3 hits max, see which one wins. The ones that cannot split in 3 hits, we'll eliminate them right away. We'll start with the simplex. Two hits. Helko Works. 1 hit. Simplex. Eliminated. This is going to be tough. We'll do the steel. Couldn't do it. Eliminate it. Voice of Jake. Way better. This one's got a little knot. We'll just go back and forth and see which one I like. It's so hard to go wrong with the steel. all three of these will get the job done very nicely, actually. If I had to pick the order, I wouldn't pick the Helko Werks because I've had lots of issues with the handle. The eye seems to be too small, but the head is absolutely amazing on this axe. Steel is great too. So be my number 3. Steel. You can put it through just about anything. This axe has split more wood than any other axe I've ever owned, but it is a little heavy. So this one would be my number 2. This one, it's light, it's fast, it's beautiful, and it probably splits the nicest. So this would be my number 1. However, there's one more axe I got, which I'm gonna compare those two side by side. So I said this one takes a cake. However, there's this little axe that's been surprising me like nothing else out there. This is a smaller brand Bailey's splitting axe, and I saved it for the last. Let's put these two together, see which one I like better. Let's try with this one. Split. Also split. That's a gnarly piece. Let's see what they do. We might not be able to split this one. Both fail. Some pieces they just don't want to split with axes. So we got an axe that I think is the best. The one I always grab to split too. But there's a couple axes that also do really well. And these are the axes that I've been using for a long time. They stood the time. This would be my number 3. It's a little heavy. It splits really well. Steel holds on well. It's got the protector. Good handle. Reasonable price. Cannot go wrong with this steel. Recommend it to anybody unless weight is an issue. It is heavy. Number 2, Voice of Jake. Probably the prettiest axe, and I need to do some polishing on it. I put a real nice handle on it. The only thing about this axe, it does catch sometimes. And what you don't see on the video probably is every time I have to fight the axe to get it out of the wood, that's lost energy that just wears you out. So once in a while this one just catches a little bit too hard. Otherwise, it's probably one of the best splitter axes I've ever had. Light, easy to use, very close to taking number 1. It is not cheap, but it is nice. And number 1 is Brent Bailey's, his smaller axe actually. The other one bounces out of wood a little bit too much for me. Maybe it's the type of wood we use here. I don't know. There's nothing wrong with that axe. I love using it. This smaller one has just a little bit slimmer profile. It is light. It never gets stuck in the wood. I can swing and swing and swing with this axe, and it splits just as good as any other axe out there. This is my all-time favorite. There might be better axes out there, I don't know. From what I got, what I've used on the wood we got, this is the winner. This is my pick.